So we're gonna go from top to bottom in these cases. The first one here is called SUNE, S-U-N-E, and this is when we have a cross as well as a dot, one extra corner piece in place. And when the corner piece is on the bottom left, we have a piece facing us in this position here. The algorithm to solve it is R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. The next case is the inverse of it, which is called anti-SUNE. This is where in the back left we have our piece, and in the bottom left we have a piece facing us. The algorithm for this is R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R prime, U2, R. Okay, so our third case is called the symmetry cross. And this is where we have a perfect cross, just a cross, and we have two headlights, two of these facing us and two of us away. They're parallel, basically. The algorithm for this is quite simple, actually. You go F, R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. Alright, the next case is called the non-symmetry cross. Once again, we have a perfect cross, but this time we have two facing us and two going outward. We're going to hold it so that the two that are like the regular one that are facing us are to the left. Are going to do a different algorithm here. We're going to do a little f, which is turning both of these center layer and the one closest to us. Little f, R, U, R prime, U prime. And then we're just going to turn the middle layer here, like that. You can also just do that. And then we're going to do R, U, R prime, U prime, F. Okay, the next case is called the bow tie. This is where it looks like a bow tie, obviously. And we want to hold it so that this one on the left here is facing the left and the back left. And the algorithm to fix that is F prime, F prime, little r, U, R prime, U, R prime, F, R. Next algorithm is called the chameleon, because quite frankly it is a chameleon looking thing. So we have a full body right here and a little head right here, and the eyes are facing this way. So hold it so the eyes are on the left side facing outward. And we're going to do little r, once again that's middle layers and outside, little r, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R, F. The final case is where you have the chameleon body, but the eyes are facing you. So hold it, and they're not outward. So hold it so they're facing you, and do R2, D, R prime, U2, R, D prime, R prime, U2, R. Alrighty, we're on to the final part of the cube where we get to learn more algorithms. Yay! In this part of the cube, we'll be finishing off by orienting all these pieces in the correct areas. So, you'll be learning 4 cases, which will help us. But we might just learn 3 for simplicity. So the first thing we want to do is try and line up any edges possible. We want to line it up so there's only one edge. If there's 2, find it so there's only one edge. So in this case we have blue, and we're going to hold it in the back. So the first algorithm will cycle the edge pieces this way. So in this case we don't need that. So we need to use the one that cycles them this way. And the algorithm for that is R, U prime, R, U, R, U, R, U prime, R, U, R2. Sorry, that last one was U prime. Okay. The next case is where we need to go this way, like I said earlier, which is clockwise. The algorithm for that is R2U, RU, R prime U, R prime U, R prime, U prime, R prime. So now that we have the edges done, it's time to work on the corners. So, there's only one algorithm you're going to need to learn for this. And sometimes it will take more than once, but learning only 3 algorithms, it can be worth it. So essentially, in this case, none of the corners are lined up. So we just need to do the algorithm in any position. The algorithm is X, so we're going to turn the cube this way. X, R prime, U, R, D2, R, U prime, R, D2, R2. That will make it so that one of our corners is lined up. So at this point, it basically turns corners in counterclockwise motion. Or it's sort of counterclockwise, but sort of not, because it skips this. It's called anti-clockwise. It goes like that. Okay, so in this case, we actually need to go this way, but that means we're going to have to do this algorithm twice. So once again, X, R prime, U, R prime, D2, R, U prime, R prime, D2, R2. We do it again. It solves our cube. Now sometimes on your OLL, you'll find a case where you don't have, it's impossible to get a single edge piece. Sometimes you'll have to have 2. In this case, we'll just do one of the algorithms twice. So pick any one of the algorithms, and then and then at this point we'll be able to line one up. And in this case, it's a very nice case because all we have to do is do the centers. Now you can continue learning more algorithms. I'm not going to go over them in this tutorial, but I'll have some links in the description. And there are literally over 50 algorithms you can learn for OLL and PLL. For example, with PLL, there's some cool algorithms out there that use M moves like that. So one that I'll teach you one, I guess. One that switches these two and these two is M2U, M2U2, M2U, M2. And I can't do it very fast in my Rubik's brain, but yeah, if you have a good cube, you can do it fast. So yeah, as well as there's a few algorithms you have to learn that swap these two and stuff like that. They come in very good. They come in handy a lot. It's just a matter of how much time you want to spend on your cube. But yeah, so now for some tips on memorizing all these complicated algorithms. So what if you're stumped? How do you start learning an algorithm and memorize it forever? Because I have to use cheat sheets on my computer. I honestly do, because they're all my muscle memory. So in this case, anti-soon. How do we know what anti-soon is? Well, if we do anti-soon, it will solve it, obviously. But basically, you can just look at one of the algorithms. So if we look at anti-soon and we do it into the cube, it will give us the opposite, which is anti-soon. So this will give us anti-soon. So that way we can practice anti-soon. And then after that we can solve the rest of the cube using our PLL algorithms. And then after that we can do soon again. Do another anti-soon. Do more PLL algorithms. And just keep doing this with all the algorithms until you get them memorized. So, for example, if we do the symmetry cross, it is its own inverse. So, I guess you just have to practice that one on its own. But it is quite simple. So yeah, same with the PLLs. If you want to do one, it's the inverse of another. So, okay, at this point I need to do this. And yeah, so basically just sit there and do the inverse and solve it, solve it with the inverse and solve it. So yeah, that's actually it for this tutorial. If you have any questions, please comment below. Please thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe. So I'll see you next time.